Good morning. How's everybody out there in YouTube land? Okay, so I'm just going to jump right into it. I want to talk about boundaries. I want to talk about taking care of yourself. I want to talk about guilt and fear and why some of us, I say that, deal with things like that a little harder. Maybe concerning things that have happened to me personally, like abandonment issues, rejection issues, having abusive relationships where you're unstable all the time because you're being kept off kilter by your partner. So having went through the ringer since childhood, it's affected a lot of my behaviors and thought patterns and choices. And so as I'm getting older, I'm realizing, how I'm going to heal is very important. And sometimes that means putting aside people that are causing me pain or who are still in an early journey of their life and they don't understand how to treat, other people. And they're going through their own trauma, and so they're still into their self and their ego, their pride, their whatever it is, their emotional trauma, and they're carrying that baggage. And especially when I want to speak about codependency, because a lot of that also is why I struggle in this particular situation I'm speaking of. And forgive me for the eye thing. I have been a little sick lately, and when I throw up, I get these little purple pixels or whatever under my eyes, around my eyes. I get bruising. So yesterday I was a little sick, and that's what happens. Plus I've been having some allergy issues, so it doesn't help. But anyway, I digress. Moving right along. I think I've sent a couple videos. I have a relationship with my youngest son. He's 27, and I love him to pieces. But he just has a tendency to be led by other people, and he's got really good instincts when he wants to, when he's on a right road. But he and his baby mother, every time he goes back with her, he gets off kilter. He begins to do things irrationally, becomes irresponsible, and quits his job, just does things that are, and just doesn't care about anything but that situation. Everybody else can go to hell. Well, that's not how life works. And I found myself becoming resentful and frustrated because I was allowing this for him to come to my house, and I would take care of him with whatever I had. And then when he would leave and go to his other household and spend all his money and his time, which I don't mind his time. That's his family, his baby mother, his baby. He needs to take care of them and do things for them. But at the same token, when you have someone who's there for you 24/7 and they're laying down everything like I have, my expectations were that he would do it in return for me, but that's not how it works. So therefore, how do you teach people? You teach them how to treat you by not accepting their behavior as okay. So I had been letting him have fights with her, come back here, stay for a couple days, go back, do the same thing, and then leave me here. This last time left me with nothing, and it was very hurtful because I reached out for help and didn't get it, and I had to go outside of him to get just necessities like food in my house and toilet paper, things that were very necessary that he would not do for me. I guess he's broke because he spent all his money over there. I'm talking a few $1,000s, not chump change. And wanted me to pay him $100 yesterday, which I didn't get my earned income or that stimulus check yet. So he lives here rent-free for 4 months, don't forget. Rent-free, y'all don't know this. He was rent-free, bill-free, let him spend his money the way he wanted. He was very frivolous with it. And I was codependent. I was enabling him again. And now I'm looking at it going, as I began to realize it was just getting on a road where no return. And the other thing was, I have a grandchild that I'm not allowed to see because his girlfriend doesn't like me. And now she's convinced him that I shouldn't see the baby because I'm not healthy for her and this and that and the third. So if I'm not good enough to be a part of your family, but I'm a convenience and an option for you when you're struggling, then I don't need to be there. So I'm stepping away because that really hurts me, as an adopted person, not ever having my own family, to have my first grandchild, and with the first woman he's ever been with who can't stand me. That's a first because I'm friends with several of the women he broke up with to this day. So and they all have liked me. I never had anyone dislike me. So this is a first, and it's heartbreaking. And so therefore now I have to set up this boundary. I've seen my grandbaby maybe 6 or 7 times in the time she's been born, and she is now going to be 2 in September. So that says a lot right there. And most of the time, I saw her only in person maybe 5 times, and through a car window a couple more times, or at the car. I digress. It's just hurtful. So I want you all to realize that a lot of us who maybe you're not adopted, just maybe you grew up in a very dysfunctional home, and if you weren't nurtured and loved as a child, you accept certain behaviors from people that are not okay because it's like a norm. You know, we've been conditioned to think or feel guilty for getting upset when someone treads on our rights, on our emotions, on our life. Are afraid to speak up because we were always afraid to speak up. We have a victimhood mentality, but I'm not going to do that anymore. I'm in a survivor mentality. Can't even say it. But anyway, just to say this, guys, you know, you all are so worth it. You know, I wish I could just like give all the information that I have in my head and my heart and everything I've been through. I could just pour it into you, like in like boop, download it, you know. It's just so amazing, life. And yeah, I go through hard times. I struggle with depression. So as you can see, I put my son out yesterday. I packed his stuff, and I thought, you know, I'm not going to let him do this and out of my life anymore. He's got a job, he's got a car, he can go take care of himself and go take care of his family. I found out he went and had fun at a park with his baby mother and what, you know, to go see animals like in New Jersey. And was I invited? No. I would love to do something like that. See, like I said, I'm an afterthought. I haven't had any fun or had any, you know, and I don't have a car. I can't. Anyway, I'm digressing again. But don't have a victimhood mentality. Don't settle for less than you deserve, because you are worth it. You are worth being loved. You are worth being taken care of. You are worth being protected if you're a female. And if you're a man, you are worth having a good woman to take care of you. We should be treating each other at 100% when we're in a relationship. And I'm not in a relationship. Haven't had one for 27 years. And that's okay, because when you have a lot of baggage, you definitely don't want to invite someone in your life. And you want to be careful you don't make the same choices you made that got you in the last mess you were in. So just in this little bit of time, you see the difference in my attitude. You see the difference in my face. I am lifted. I am free again. I felt oppressed with my son in my home. I felt like my life was not my own. And today my life is my own again. I woke up with a new attitude, a refreshing, a joy of knowing that I've taken back my life. And I'm so grateful today that God gave me another opportunity. And I will continue to pray for my son. I love my son. I love all of my children. But you know, at some point, we ain't going to be here forever. You know, so we need to have some joy and happiness and peace and love in our lives, and not feel guilty the rest of our lives for the choices we made way back when. All right, that's all I got for today. I love y'all. Have a blessed day. Take care of yourselves. And remember, you're worth it. Mwah.